Yeah, hello everybody. This is a little input from two educational developers, Katrin from the HEST and myself from the USIS. And we have run a very successful online course this year, the past year, with first year students from agricultural science and food science. And we usually did this, it's an addition to a lecture where the students have to do 3 tasks in groups, and the main goal is to bring them together at the beginning of their studies. And one of the tasks, the last one, is a research where they check whether or not a vegan burger is better for the environment and for health, or as another a standard burger. And so usually they do PBL, problem-based learning, in presence. So this is a picture of 2019 where there's groups of 6 people with a tutor going through those first steps of problem-based learning. And since we couldn't do this year, we switched to online, and we used the Microsoft Office suite. And Katrin will show you right afterwards how we did that. And I really want to recommend you that you start using Office 365, which is available for all ETH members. And you can set up documents and share them with students, even if they haven't already downloaded or registered for 365. And the big advantage is that you can do tracking, and it's officially agreed on by the ETH. So the data protection is not your business anymore. It's actually within the institution. So mainly everything that you can do on Google, which Ulrich already showed, is now also possible with Office. And it's the same thing. It runs in a browser, and Katrin is going to show you how we use that.
Yes, thank you, Urs. Really, basically, a very similar idea to what Ulrich Gennig just presented, and I think Ulrich, this will really solve your cons, because you are in this protected environment and you're safe to use this, and you're not out in the Google world where everyone's watching you. So basically, we followed the same concept to have these pre-prepared PowerPoints that we shared with the students. The students were grouped and also supported by a tutor each. And then we sent them into Zoom sessions individually in their groups, and they each worked on these PowerPoints. So they did their brainstorming in this kind of guided process. And this is what I think was also a good point of using PowerPoint compared to a simple whiteboard, that they could go through each of the steps. And you see here in the top, let me just get that highlighter, that we, if you read German, included some instructions. So they were really guided through the process of defining the problem, brainstorming, and refining their problems into questions. So that was our main goal for that session. This was the first kickoff session in the process. In the end, they also received a Word document that was their continuous working document that worked in a very similar fashion. Here we go. And you can see here the group of students with a tutor working on this. There were moments where they would be working simultaneously on this. You see up here the different students logged in, and you would also see, just like you know it from Google Docs, how people type in at the same time. So they could really structure their work here, prepare their text, and in the end, they published a text in a blog that we actually put in a Polybook that is publicly available. I posted the link earlier. We started, for those who came early, to speak about healthy doner and things. So if you're interested, I'll post the link again. But this is what they actually worked on in this document. So from there, they transferred it into the Polybook. And as was mentioned, this actually also gives you a little bit of an overview. You see here the Office environment. When you click on the document and click on details, you actually see some details of who has been active and get an idea who has participated. We used this in combination with feedback from the tutors who really was engaged in the session for then, finalizing the bonuses. Yeah, so very similar idea. but I also would really encourage you to use Office 365. There's a lot of good collaboration options in here. So this was really trying to keep it short. Thank you very much.